Welcome back, YouTubers, to another WWE vlog with me. Are you as psyched as I am, NJ, for this?
Very much.
Wrestlemania preview show. And of course, before we go any further, I am Daniel Parkin. This guy sitting next to me is NJ.
What's up?
What's up, NJ, and what's up to you guys out there? God, I'm so psyched. I'm so psyched that I nearly forgot to say subscribe up above if you want to see more of our videos. Like the video if you like what we're saying. And of course, please make sure you put your comments in the comment section below for the preview of Wrestlemania 27. And where better to start than Skype? If you want to chat to us on Skype, make sure you add us. My Skype is Daniel.Parkin01. NJ's is NJ1988, and our Twitter, where we'll be tweeting about Wrestlemania when Wrestlemania starts. My Twitter is Daniel_Parkin. NJ's is NJ17. I still will never ever forget your Twitter, NJ.
Same.
Good. All right then. So where do we start? Oh yes, Wrestlemania 27 prediction video, preview video. How are we doing this? We're gonna do one part doing the undercard and midcard, and the second part, which we'll upload later, we'll talk about the main event matches. That's pretty much the way we're going to do it. We've got more to say about the rest of the main event matches than we do these matches, so we thought we'd do it a two-parter. So where do we start off with this one then?
We're talking about, well, the way I'll start this is saying that The Rock is going to be obviously the guest host.
Yeah. And
hopefully he'll open the show, but it might start off with a match.
If he does open the show, at least it'll get the crowd going. If he gives a promo, doing his usual promo stuff, we all know he's a brilliant guy on the mic. If he opens the show, it'll get the crowd started.
Very much true.
And we've heard news that there was a possibility of a Kofi Kingston and Drew McIntyre match, but we've heard now that Kozlov may be injured. I don't know whether it's a Kate storyline thing. He may be injured, and Kofi Kingston might be involved in the core match.
Well, with Kofi versus Drew, that is to somehow still go ahead.
With no build-up.
There's no build-up, but
still a good match.
Drew actually starts to need to be that push again, 'cause he keeps getting it, losing it, keeps getting it, losing it.
Them two need to be in WrestleMania. They're two great wrestlers that, if they missed out in WrestleMania, it would be a tragedy, I think, in my opinion.
With Kofi, I'm not so sure anymore. I think he's just becoming not as important as he was before. I think he's basically starting to lower.
At least this will be one of these matches that focuses just on the wrestling and just on the match. Do you know what I mean? Which will make it good, but we still don't know whether it's going to be added yet, so we'll just move on to what we think is NoDQ.com, where we're getting this order from, because we're going to do it in order from the first match, the rumoured order from the first match to the main event, of course. The first match that we're going to be getting is going to be the United States Championship match with Daniel Bryan versus the United States Champion, even though he's Irish, Sheamus, of course. NJ, your thoughts? Straight
up, I'm saying that Sheamus is going to win this, because one, that King of the Ring thing's broken, so they're like, we've got to keep making him look dominant again. So him keeping the title would be a good sign for him, especially at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I must admit, I do agree with you with that. I do think they should continue Sheamus' push, but I can see WWE giving it to Daniel Bryan as well. Less so, but I do hope Sheamus wins. Now, for this match, we can only go as far as to agree this will be a great starting match, because these two guys are two great wrestlers in the ring, and they're really, again, they're gonna, just like Rock would do, they're gonna get the crowd going, because it's gonna be a fast match. A really good opening, just kind of like you used to get with Chris Jericho, opening pay-per-views. So we're expecting that to be a great match, and hopefully Sheamus will win.
Hopefully,
but there is a possibility Daniel Bryan could win, because we know what WWE are like. Might do a bit of a swerve.
Lose the title already. I just can't see that.
But anyway, that's our thoughts on that match. Next match, rumoured on the card, is going to be Jerry Lawler versus Micheal Cole. Now, the one thing that strikes me out about this match is the rivalry itself has been built up very well. The match hasn't been built up, but the rivalry has, which is what's doing this match at the moment. And the involvement of other wrestlers is key in this. We've got Stone Cold Steve Austin as the special guest referee, Jack Swagger as the trainer, and we might have Jim Ross commentating.
Well, with this match, I'm having a feeling that obviously we're all saying go Lawler, kick his ass, kick his ass, kick his ass. I'm just really hoping, I doubt it, but WWE could get Lawler injured by having maybe Cole beat him with the help of Swagger and something along those lines.
Well, I can't help but think that Jerry Lawler's going to win this one, because we all know how Micheal Cole has been, really getting to the better of him recently. And of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to have some sort of part in it, and I think he'll stunner Jack Swagger and Micheal Cole and allow Jerry Lawler to win the match. That's just what I think is going to win.
Oh, that's what I think. But I'm just saying, there's also this slight thing that, as I predicted a few weeks back, or months back now, King's going to have time out of league.
I mean, with these two, they can't be in the same commentary booth again after this. Can they? So it might get to the point where one of them does have to leave, or Micheal Cole has to go to SmackDown. Do you know what I mean?
True.
That could happen. But anyway, all the implications of the match. I think this is overall a well-built match. We're not going to see a great wrestling match, but we're going to see some great things in the match.
That's true.
But I did hear on NoDQ that Jerry Lawler's pile driver has been banned. He's not allowed to do it.
Oh, what a stupid rule.
Anyway, there you go. So that is that match. Hopefully that'll end their rivalry and then they can get back to commentating.
Hopefully.
Even though this has been quite a good rivalry in my opinion. It's been very entertaining. The next match we have is Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes. NJ, I want to give you your thoughts on this first. Oh, come on now.
This match, I'm seriously not bothered about. One, we have Ray, who WWE have flipping pushed, and I'm like, no, I see you as the Intercontinental Champ, not the world. So when the WWE did that to you, I thought, nah. And Cody, your gimmick sucks. You've gone from the dominating Cody Rhodes in Legacy to whatever the hell you are now.
To be honest, I do agree with you about his gimmick sucking, but I do think this is a great opportunity for WWE to try and push Cody a little bit more than what he is now. As we all know, Ray's career is winding down at the moment, and if you look at this match and you think who needs to win more, in my opinion, it's Cody Rhodes. Rey Mysterio has always been established. If Rey Mysterio can put Cody Rhodes over, then that would be great for Cody's career and great for his future push as well, maybe to a main event status. Although I do feel there is a chance that WWE might just go with Rey winning because that's what they always seem to do. Any other thoughts on the match itself?
No.
I just think Cody needs that push. Like I said, this feud I think has been built up quite well. It's been built up from before Royal Rumble, which is how I think you should build up a feud. And of course, with the involvement of the mask, Cody Rhodes' mask and Rey Mysterio's mask as well, which you've seen hints of in past weeks. It could be a good match.
The whole Cody mask sucks.
Yeah. Well,
he doesn't need it.
Yeah, I think that too. It does suck. He doesn't need it. It looks no different in it. I don't know why they've done that. But anyway, I hope this will be a good fast-paced match, and I hope Cody Rhodes wins it. I don't know about you.
Yeah, in a way, if I had to pick anyone, I would pick Cody.
You'd pick Cody, but that is because of your hatred of Rey Mysterio, isn't it?
Very much so.
Alright then, the next card we have on the match is the Corre, as we all know, Wade Barrett, Ezequiel Jackson, Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel versus, as NJ has put on the notes because he loves Santino, Team Santino.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's Big Show, Kane, Santino and Kozlov, maybe Kofi Kingston. The fact that the Corre are in this match, I think they need the push. I think they need to have their moment at WrestleMania, and they've got wrestlers in there like Wade Barrett and Ezequiel Jackson who need that push more than, say, a Kane or a Big Show who've already had many pushes.
This match altogether makes not as much sense as it could have done. I think as much as core members need a push, having them all together against a team that's basically just been put together, I think, to be honest, it might give them a push, but not as much as it would have if they had single matches or tag matches.
It's a bit of a random match, isn't it? I think they could have had the tag titles defended against Santino and Kozlov, maybe, and then have Ezequiel Jackson and Barrett versus Big Show and Kane, maybe. I think they could have done it a lot differently. I think they've just done it because they want to make it all into one match, and it's a bit of a clusterfuck, really, sometimes, if you think about it. But I suppose I do understand why they've done it. I do hope they push the Corre, but I do hope that they don't just, dominate, Big Show and Kane. I hope it's a good match.
I'm hoping.
So let's hope that the Corre win that one, hopefully, because I really want to see Wade Barrett get the push.
To be honest, I think to give Wade the proper push, he needs to be on his own.
Yeah.
Him in a group again, it makes him look not as strong as he could do.
And even though he's the Intercontinental Champion, he still doesn't have as much of a push as we really think he should be giving. Should have given him the strap when he was with Nexus, but there you go. That's another argument for another day. Next match, we would like to just get this match out the way with because it's Team Snooki, as NJ has put on the notes, versus Team Lakel. No mention there of Morrison and Dolph Ziggler, I see.
No, basically, they could have had... again, it's another example of how they could have had a one-on-one match.
It is, as we know, it's Dolph Ziggler and Lakel versus John Morrison, Snooki and Trish Stratus. And first, there's so many things I can say about this match. Firstly, John Morrison and Dolph deserve so much better than this. They should have had a singles match. They would have been the main contenders for Money in the Bank if they did it, but they haven't done it this year. This story itself has been built more around the divas rather than the male wrestlers, which I think is very devaluing to Morrison and Ziggler.
In this match, I've said this before, my prediction is it'll be more concentrated on Dolph and Morrison fighting against each other. You'll probably see the divas fight outside of the ring or something like that.
Snooki will get the pin.
Yeah, that's what I
of course, because she's a celebrity, and that means, and also it'd be good to see Trish Stratus, in WrestleMania again. I don't think she's gonna have much involvement, but I think it'd be great to see her back. That's just my opinion.
But here's one thing we'll say that today is, you might not agree with me, people, but seriously, I would like to see, because they've got Snook in their team, I would like to maybe see Cole win.
Oh, that's a bold prediction.
Having them with Snook, I really don't care.
The YWC is not going to agree with you there, my friend.
I don't care. They've got Snooki. If they don't have Snooki, I would pick John Morrison.
Same here.
I really want to see Snooki.
I don't like the induction of Snooki. She's one of the worst celebrities to be involved. She's 4'8". I don't think she can wrestle, but she, again, bringing in the mainstream audience. That's what WWE are concentrating on. But I can't see this being a very good match at all. I can't see myself caring too much about it, apart from John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler. That's that. Right, so do you want to go into the Orton Punk match, or would you rather do that in the next video?
Next video.
You want to do that in the next video? Okay. So guys, before we wrap up this video, make sure you comment your thoughts on the matches we've announced in this video below. Of course, what you think of the matches, who you think could win, hell, what you think of our speaking ability. Even put that in. I don't really care. And yeah, that's going to be the end of our first part. I expect the second part of the video, which is going to concentrate on the main 4 matches in our rise of the card. In the next couple of hours or so, I would say.
That's true.
Alright then, so once again, I've been Daniel Parkin, this has been NJ. Thank you very much for watching our WrestleMania preview predictions video, and goodbye.